What's going on, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and in this video, I want to talk about Bruce Brown because there's a lot of traction and a lot of momentum of Bruce Brown getting traded to the New York Knicks. Now, it's not 100% happening, but there's so many reports by a lot of different people that I want to talk about in this video to break down why Bruce Brown to the New York Knicks seems very likely. And not only that, but Bruce Brown was asked himself last night of his thoughts of the New York Knicks. And it sounds like Bruce Brown wants to be a Knick. It sounds like he loves Tom Thibodeau. So we're going to break it all down in this video. Last night, the New York Knicks hosted the Toronto Raptors. And of course, that was the RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickley homecoming game. But it was also Bruce Brown because he is newly a Toronto Raptor after the Siakam trade, getting traded from the Pacers to the Raptors. And there was a lot of speculation about him getting flipped to the New York Knicks by the trade deadline. So let's break it all down in this video. Before we do that, guys, do me a favor. Simply hit that thumbs up button right now for your boy and subscribe to Knicks Media if you're new. Hit that notification bell so you get notified every time your boy makes a video or goes live. But more importantly, comment down below, would you want the New York Knicks to go after Bruce Brown at the trade deadline? Do you feel like he is a piece to this Knicks rotation that would really impact the Knicks' future for the rest of the season to make a playoff run? Now let's get straight into business and talk about the report. Now, the first report I want to talk about, and I'll link it down below in the description, SNY's Ian Begley, last night after the game on SNY. Now, he had a lot of interesting things to say. Now, I'm not going to play the entire clip, but on this clip right here, he talked about Jordan Clarkson and Malcolm Brogdon, and it seemed like those two players are not likely to come to the Knicks, but he said he keeps hearing Bruce Brown's name getting brought up in discussions for the New York Knicks. And now that's SNY's Ian Begley, one of the most valuable sources in the entire Knicks beat team, in my opinion. So Ian Begley talking about Jordan Clarkson, the price is going to be extremely high. Malcolm Brogdon, he said that he's not hearing a lot of traction between the Knicks and the Trailblazers. But when it comes to the Knicks and Bruce Brown, he says he keeps hearing that name. So that tells me there's mutual interest between the New York Knicks and the Toronto Raptors and Bruce Brown to get a deal done. Now, another thing, now this is the main article that I wanted to show you guys here in this video. It's on, I'll link this article down below in the description as usual, guys. You guys know how we do the drill by now. Now, this is on NY Post and Bruce Brown on Knicks trade rumors. I'm Tom Thibodeau's type of player. So it seemed like Bruce Brown himself wants to be a Knick. I mean, he basically endorsed himself. It sounded like he had a little tryout last night. So let's take a minute and check out this article. Raptors wing Bruce Brown would seem to fit the bill. Quote, "I'm a dog," Brown told the Post on Saturday night prior to the Raptors' loss to the Knicks at MSG. "I play extremely hard on both ends of the floor. I can do whatever Tibbs needs me to do." Brown, who scored 8 points in Saturday's loss, was recently traded from the Pacers. We all know this, blah, blah, blah. Brown, who just signed a 2-year, $45 million extension with the Pacers last offseason, after winning not an extension, he signed that in free agency. The Knicks were actually very interested in bringing in Bruce Brown in free agency, by the way, guys, which definitely tells you there's mutual interest between the two teams. Brown said he had conversations with the Knicks prior to signing with the Pacers, exactly what I just said. Though the Knicks ultimately cannot come close to matching Indiana's offer, Brown did learn that Thibodeau has long been an admirer of his. Brown said, "I play extremely hard. I would think I'm the type of player that he likes." And Brown has been an admirer of Tibbs. Quote, "Every time we play Tibbs, I go up to him and shake his hand just because of what he's done," Brown said. "Nothing but respect for Tibbs." So again, it definitely seems like it's not only mutual between the Knicks and the Raptors, but it seems to be mutual between Bruce Brown and the New York Knicks. And that's something that you like to hear from a player that potentially is coming to the Knicks. Now, this is new, right? When's the last time we've had players basically endorsing themselves coming to the New York Knicks? I don't know. It's a new era here in New York. I'm not complaining. It's a great time. Now, the question is Bruce Brown the piece that the Knicks need? Now, the thing about Bruce Brown, his type of style definitely is a Tom Thibodeau piece. I feel like he's just like another Josh Hart, right? He's scrappy. He's going to get the rebounds. He's going to be, a guy that fights for every loose ball, play good defense. He's kind of that low post type of piece that I kind of like He is a winner. And I feel like he's not that, floor general that I feel like the Knicks need. He's not that, ball handler that the Knicks need off the bench. He's not going to replace an Emmanuel Quickley type of player, but he is a scrappy guy. In this season, he's averaging 12 points per game on an efficient 47.5% from the field, 32.7% from the three-point land, averaging over a steal a game. So again, it's another piece to the Knicks team that could add to the kind of just the culture that Leon Rose is building here with Tom Thibodeau. Now, I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, if we get Bruce Brown, I'm going to be jumping for joy and everything's all good and we're going all the way. But it does feel like one of those moves that like Leon Rose makes. The Knicks fans will be like underwhelmed, and then he comes, and all of a sudden we're like even better than what we have ever been. So I'm just going to let Leon Rose cook here. I'm not going to say that we have to do everything we need to go get Bruce Brown. He's not a name that's going to, win the headlines or anything, but he could be a piece to this Knicks team, especially with a lot of big men. Unfortunately, Isaiah Hartenstein has a sprained ankle. Now, he's no 5, but he is a guy that can kind of like play big at his position. So definitely interesting news here to hear that Bruce Brown is interested in coming to the Knicks and playing for Tom Thibodeau. And it is interesting because we hear a lot of players say the opposite, or the narrative around Tom Thibodeau is players don't like playing for him. Well, Bruce Brown respects him and wants to play for him. And according to Ian Begley's at SNY, the Knicks are interested in getting him. So let me know your thoughts right now, guys. Do you want the New York Knicks to go after Bruce Brown, or would you rather them pivot to a guy like Jordan Clarkson? But you do have to realize a Jordan Clarkson trade would mean a lot of draft capital and a lot of pieces the Knicks have to sacrifice. We all remember the whole trade situation with the Utah Jazz with Donovan Mitchell and Danny Ainge. I mean, he drove all of us insane. So I would prefer not to touch Danny Ainge because he's just going to ask for the moon and the stars for Jordan Clarkson, and as he should. I mean, Clarkson is a very good piece. He's under contract beyond this year. So obviously he's a valuable asset that if the Knicks got, he would immediately replace Emmanuel Quickley's role off the bench, that offensive scorer, whereas Bruce Brown, not that much. 12 points off the bench, scrappy, rebounder, get into the passing lanes, good communicator. Just another version of Josh Hart is kind of how I like to say it. Definitely not the same exact player. I don't want to make it seem like they're just the same type of player. They're not, but they have some similarities and they have some overlaps, and you can see why he is a Tom Thibodeau piece. And I feel like what Leon Rose is doing right now, ever since he came to the Knicks, he's been slowly and surely building the culture, building the blocks of what's Tom Thibodeau's style. Let's go get all these players that fits the Tom Thibodeau mold. It started off with Jalen Brunson, then he goes after Josh Hart, then he lands Dante DiVincenzo this summer. Even Isaiah Hartenstein is a Tom Thibodeau piece, and now it seems like, and of course, the icing on the cake, OG Anunoby screams Tom Thibodeau, and now you add in Bruce Brown potentially. It's just going to be Tom Thibodeau's dream come true. We shall see. Let me know your thoughts. I don't know if it's 100% happening, but I'll tell you this. Traction is trending towards Bruce Brown coming to the New York Knicks. Hit that thumbs up button, guys. Let's go, Knicks. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.